Hello, welcome to this update. So let's see what's happening today. So there's a slight risk today for severe weather, northern Montana, parts of central northern Montana, and a marginal from northeastern Nevada to Montana, and another marginal in northern South Carolina, parts of North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, another marginal in southern Arizona, and southwestern New Mexico, and then some areas of general risk of thunderstorms throughout the south, the east, more in the west, parts of the southwest. Let's see. So wind threat, 5% in all the marginal risk for wind and 15% in the north there for damaging winds. Hail, less than 5% in all areas. Tornado, less than 2%. So let's see. Strong to locally severe thunderstorms with wind gusts will be possible today across Montana, Northern Rockies, Great Basin, Southern Arizona, and Carolinas mid-Atlantic states. So be aware there. Mainly some storms with gusty winds. So let's see. For tomorrow, a marginal risk, parts of northern Minnesota and North Dakota, and another marginal parts of South Dakota, Wyoming, southeastern Montana, and northwestern Nebraska, and a general risk of thunderstorms in the south and north areas. Tornado less than 2%, wind 5% in both areas, and hail just 5% in northern Minnesota and North Dakota for tomorrow. Let's see. Isolated severe thunderstorms possible across parts of the northern high plains and far southeastern North Dakota and to northwest Minnesota on Friday. So be aware for tomorrow. For day 3, for Saturday, there's a marginal risk from western Nebraska to northern Minnesota in the Dakotas, probabilistic 5%, and general risk of thunderstorms in other areas. Strong to severe thunderstorms are possible across parts of the northern plains vicinity on Saturday. So be aware for Saturday. Day 4 through 8, there's nothing, and fire threat is elevated today in parts of western Nebraska, western South Dakota, southwestern North Dakota, eastern Wyoming, and southeastern Montana, and parts of northern northwestern Montana too, elevated in northeastern California and southern Oregon as well, and isolated dry thunderstorms possible from Idaho to Montana and northwestern Wyoming. So be aware today. For tomorrow, a small area of isolated dry thunderstorms possible in northern Utah, southwestern Wyoming, and southeastern Idaho. An elevated area in southern Idaho, northern Montana, northeastern California, and southern Oregon, and northwestern Nevada for tomorrow. So be aware. Let's see. So let's see some models for the storms first, and then we'll check some rainfall stuff. So wait. So we have all that heavy rain in the south, lots of tropical rains, like just regular thunderstorms and heavy rain in Texas. So we'll talk about that in a second. So also we'll have those strong storms in North Carolina and South Carolina this afternoon, and maybe some severe ones with gusty winds, it shows here. More storms throughout Louisiana, Mississippi, some afternoon storms in Florida, and some other areas. It also shows some storms possible in Maine today because of a low pressure system up there in Quebec. So it shows some storms there. They don't have any marginal risk for that area, but it shows some strong storms possible like early into mid and late this afternoon today there. So be aware. In the west, we have some monsoon showers by this afternoon, showing some stronger thunderstorms in southern Arizona there, especially late this afternoon in southern Arizona. But like early this afternoon, it will be mainly like some storms, scattered mini monsoon showers, and later this evening shows more in Arizona there. So be aware. it also shows those storms in Montana there. Not anything crazy, but maybe a strong storm or two. That's where the slight risk is for some gusty winds, so be aware there. Those storms, some more in other areas. And yeah, let's see the rainfall. So here, this is a map for today with the storms, the rainfall, tomorrow and after tomorrow. Let's see. So the rainfall forecast for today has a lot in Texas there, like around 3 to 4 inches, and more in some areas. In the East Coast, some 2 to 3 inches in some areas there. Let's see, some more in the Bahamas, parts of the West, widely scattered, more in Canada. Let's see, Maine, and especially the South, some other areas. Tomorrow, more in parts of the South and the East Coast, especially. For Sunday, Saturday actually, for Saturday, more in the South, some areas of the Central Plains, North and West. Day 4, Sunday, more in the East, more in the Southeast in Texas, more in Minnesota in the North. For Monday, more in parts of the East. Let's see, Canada also. For Tuesday, next Tuesday, more on the East and some isolated on the West, and some more in the Pacific Northwest there. For next Wednesday, more in the East, in Canada as well, Florida, Mexico, some other areas there. So this is the big deal today, the moderate risk for flash flooding, the excessive rainfall. So from Texas to southwestern Louisiana, a wide moderate risk, so at least 5% chance of exceeding flash flood guidance. So please be careful there with some flash flooding and those heavy downpours. So a marginal risk parts of the west. Let's see, a slight risk on the East Coast, and a marginal from Texas to southern New Jersey, and a slight throughout Louisiana, Mississippi, southern Arkansas, and Texas. But please be careful in that moderate. Day 2 tomorrow, another slight on the East Coast, the Carolinas, a big marginal throughout the South except central southern Florida, another marginal on the West. Day 3, a marginal on the North, parts of the Central West, and another marginal in the Mid-South and Southeast in Texas. Day 4, for Sunday, a slight in southern Kentucky, Tennessee, northern Alabama, and Georgia, and a marginal from Minnesota to Florida, another marginal in Texas, another marginal Arizona, New Mexico. Day 5, for Monday, a big marginal in parts of the East, Southeast, and in Arizona, New Mexico. Yeah, so this is it. Be aware. Let's see, but please be careful with the moderate risk of excessive rainfall today. And let's see here. So this is day 3 through 7 hazards. They have some heavy rain in the north, heavy rain flooding in the south, in the East Coast heavy rain, and hazardous heat in the central there. Day 3 through 7. Day 8 through 14, they have some much of this is above normal temperatures, some excessive heat. So as you can see down there, let's see, yeah, excessive heat, rapid onset drought, yeah, mainly it. So the temperature for today, the maximum temperature shows like 109 all the way to 109 in North Dakota and Montana, 100s in South Dakota, Wyoming, 90s in Florida, some 80s and 70s in other areas, 90s on the plains, 100s on the southwest. For Friday, tomorrow, some 90s in the plains, 100s in the southwest, 90s in Florida. For Saturday, let's see, some 90s in the plains, 100s in the southwest, 90s in the Ohio Valley and in Florida. For Sunday, let's see, more 100s in parts of the plains, 90s, 100 in the southwest, some 90s all the way to the northeast and the southeast. Let's see, for day 5, Monday, more 100s in the plains, 100s, yeah, 100 in the southwest, more 90s and 80s in Florida. Day 6, so still some high 80s in the northeast, some 100s in the plains, so it looks like another heat wave. Let's see, more 100 in the southwest, 90s in the north, some areas, 90s in the southeast. Day 7 for Wednesday. Sorry, it isn't working, and it's still 7 days out, so we'll have a lot of time to see this. So let's see here the 24-hour max wind gusts for today. So this is today's Thursday, this is until Friday at 10 a.m. So mainly this afternoon, some other parts of today, tonight, and this evening in northern Montana, there some higher winds, like with the thunderstorms, and some other winds outside of the thunderstorms, so some stronger winds there. Those yellows are like 60 miles per hour, those reds 50, so be aware in Montana, parts of the northwest too, parts of the plains, some higher winds, Arizona, Southern California sometimes, New York, New Hampshire, some other areas, yeah. So let's see here something. The heat risk for Thursday today, lots of areas of extreme in North Dakota and Montana, so please be careful there with the heat, stay safe. More majors throughout Montana, the Dakotas, Wyoming too. So some extremes still in California, Nevada, and Arizona, especially in California. Some big areas of extreme there, heat risk, so be aware. Some slight in many areas, and even green in some areas of the Midwest, like green is nothing. So nothing, no, but it's little to no heat risk. So let's see, Florida, some extremes in some areas, in some majors and moderates. So let's see, for Friday, still some majors in the north, some moderates in the southwest and in Florida, even an extreme or two in Florida. Saturday, a slight for many areas, slight is the yellow, moderate the orange, major the red. So let's see, still some majors in the north there, some moderates in southwest and southeast. Sunday, some majors in parts of the plains, some moderates throughout the plains, the central, even the northeast, but mainly the Ohio Valley. Some moderates and majors in Florida still, and even some extremes in northern Wisconsin by Sunday and in Florida. Monday, some more majors in the plains because of the other heat wave there, and more moderates throughout the country, some majors. Tuesday, more majors in the plains, more moderates throughout northeast, southwest, south, many areas. And by Tuesday, the 30th, we start getting all these extremes in northern Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, so some extreme heat risk coming next week there. Wednesday, more moderates, more majors throughout the central areas, the south, some slight in the northwest, some other areas, but what is really concerning are these extremes in Kansas, Oklahoma, because of the other heat wave next week, so be aware there with the heat next week. So let's see some warnings as of now. Still some small craft in Hawaii, some flood watches in Texas, Louisiana, flood watches on the East Coast, some excessive heat in Montana, North Dakota, heat advisories, red flag warnings throughout many areas, some air quality advisories in the gray for the smoke, more excessive heat warnings and advisories in California, Nevada, and Arizona. So, but this changes all the time, so you can always check here. So they say a rip current statement in parts of Lake Erie, or beach hazard statement there. Yeah, let's see. Now for Canada here, we still have some heat warnings, but mainly some air quality advisories throughout Saskatchewan and Alberta. Air quality advisory and heat warning still in southern Saskatchewan there. Alberta, mainly air quality advisories, reduced visibility, the smoke. Air quality advisory in Northwestern Territories, some special weather, special air quality statements. Many regions of BC are impacted by wildfire smoke, yeah, so be careful. Ontario, some heat warnings, maximum temperatures at 29 to 31 degrees, humidity values up to 37. Even a fog advisory there in Manitoba, but this will likely end soon. Let's see. A wind warning in northern Quebec there. So winds up to 90 kilometers per hour expected this region Thursday night into midday Friday. So be aware there. Even up there in Yukon, we have some heat warnings for temperatures to 28 degrees. Let's see some other heat warnings there. Some special weather statement for above seasonal temperatures. So yeah, be aware. And the most heat today will be in southern Saskatchewan and Manitoba because of the area of high pressure moving east. So some areas there might get into the high 30s, feels like 40 maybe, the trough there. And then this area of high pressure will move east in the next few days, and like next Monday and Sunday, it might be hotter in eastern Canada, so as this high pressure moves east. And then the thunderstorm threat for today in western Canada, so some severe possible in parts of Alberta and Saskatchewan, a big area there throughout central Saskatchewan, Alberta, northern Alberta, and even southern Alberta there, along with Montana and Saskatchewan, might get some severe possible. And be aware of tornadoes too. They highlighted here 1 tornado or 2 possible in the severe possible area. So be aware, strong winds, large hail, and heavy rain. So, and some general risk of thunderstorms in parts of Yukon, Western Territories, British Columbia, and other areas. So, and through Friday, the rainfall totals, like until Friday and Saturday, might reach more than 100 millimeters, 75, 100 millimeters in northern Alberta, and more rain throughout there. So be aware, might be flooding a spot or two if it's heavy. Yeah, more rain. Let's see. And for eastern Canada, we have still the low pressure there. Some severe possible today in parts of eastern Quebec and New Brunswick. Only some heavy rain, large hail, and strong gusts possible there. And so be aware, some severe possible, and general risk of thunderstorms throughout Quebec and parts of New Brunswick and even Nova Scotia there. Some general risk of thunderstorms. This is Thursday today. And then the temperatures today might be in the 20s there in some areas of Quebec and Ontario. And the thunderstorm threat for Friday, tomorrow, the 27th, I think. So, yes, the 26th or 27th. We might get some thunderstorms throughout Newfoundland and Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. General risk of thunderstorms for Friday, tomorrow. So, let's see. Yeah, this is mainly it. And let's see something else. We still got a bunch of wildfires. All this haziness is smoke, so please be careful with the smoke, the air quality, the wildfires. Also in the U.S, lots of haziness. Be careful. And let's see some other stuff. So this is the model for. So this is the model for Western Canada there. Let's see, we have that low pressure, some snow in higher elevations, shows a lot of rain and storms throughout Alberta, British Columbia, and more storms in Saskatchewan and other areas. And then between Thursday and Friday, like tonight and this afternoon, shows some very vigorous rain and storms in northern Alberta. Be aware, some heavy downpours, strong storms. And by Friday, tomorrow, this low pressure keeps spinning, brings more heavy rain and storms to those areas, especially the afternoon and the early afternoon and later. And then this moves east later into central Canada, and then we might get some showers and some other things later. And by next Monday, some more rain in British Columbia possible. Yeah, and more stuff. So for central Canada, it shows we might have some storms today, areas of Manitoba, and then this low pressure comes on Friday, more storms through Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Then by Saturday, already some strong storms in Ontario, shows more storms in Quebec through Hudson Bay. Sunday, the low pressure moves through Hudson Bay, and some very big storms moving to Quebec between Sunday and Monday there. And by Monday, we might have some more rain and some storms in southern and western Ontario there, and more stuff later moving into Quebec. Then it even shows by next Wednesday another low pressure with some rainstorms, central Canada. Yeah, and more stuff later. So let's see region. So eastern Canada, we still have this low pressure there, bringing the storms today and tomorrow. Then it leaves. Then we might have some other low pressures near the Hudson Bay there, some stuff. But that's mainly the storm from western Canada, bringing the storms there. Throughout Saturday shows more northern Ontario, northern Quebec there. Then Sunday shows maybe some other storms or two. Monday, some other storms there between Sunday and Monday. And even next Tuesday and Wednesday, more rain and low pressure systems through Quebec there. Next Thursday, Friday, more stuff in Atlantic Canada and more stuff later. Take a look at all this moisture by August 3rd. We might have more stuff there in the beginning of August. So but let's focus now on today. So just a quick look at the wind gusts. Today, Thursday, we show some stronger winds through Nunavut and northern Quebec. So those reds and oranges, the scales down here, I think this is in kilometers per hour. Yes, kilometers per hour. It shows some 60, 70 kilometers per hour winds parts of Nunavut. Later tonight, some in Alberta, Saskatchewan, some stronger winds, especially by Friday, tomorrow, that low pressure over Saskatchewan and Alberta, some stronger winds, Manitoba, northern Quebec by Saturday. As the system moves east, might have some stronger winds later, yeah, and more stuff. So this is it, I think. Thanks for watching.